Hello and welcome back to Cracked Open with Coach Kristen. I am Kristen Fuller. I am a transformational coach. I help my clients leave addiction and trauma in the past where they belong so that they can live lives they never have to escape from. One of the main threads I see with everybody I have ever worked with, whether they're struggling with addiction or substances or maladaptive behaviors, this thread is woven through almost every single student or client I've worked with over the last 4 years. That thread, that one common denominator, is unworthiness. How do I know? Because I've been there. I struggled with unworthiness my entire life. The very first time I was physically abused below the waist. There are so many things we can't say online. I think you get the picture. I was 6. My feelings of unworthiness, the thoughts that surrounded me, my sense of self, and the feeling of worthiness or actually unworthiness were plentiful and led me to an addiction in my 40s that almost took my life. So when I tell you that I know what that pit in your stomach of unworthiness feels like, that I know what those thoughts up here that circle around and around and around, I know what those feel like because I've been there. This is one of my favorite tools that I use myself on a daily basis. It is free. It takes less than 10 minutes. And hell yes, balloons. This is worthy of celebration. And I want you to try it for 30 days. I want you to save this. I want you to do this process with me every day for 30 days. And here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to go into all the psychological science and why this works or how it works. I will share with you that my degree is in psychology. And when I studied EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as tapping, back in 2017, I wasn't on my healing journey yet. I was still drinking, still using drugs, going to therapy. However, nothing was sinking in because I was still drinking and using drugs. And I heard about EFT. And my first reaction was, that's weird. And when I learned that it works because you're tapping on meridian points that actually help rewire your brain, my thought back then was, yeah, right. Then why would everybody be spending thousands of dollars in therapy and self-help if we can just do this 10-minute EFT? Here's what changed my mind. At the beginning of this year, I ran into a coach that I've followed off and on over the years. And I want to credit her here because it was she that brought me back to the science, the magic of tapping. So, Natanya Bravo, if you're out there, thank you for bringing this back to me, because hearing it from you made me want to practice it myself. And now, teach it to others. So, why this works, when you're tapping on meridian points, and I will show you where they are, you are rewiring your brain. You are making statements to the part of your brain that helps you with cravings, helps you find solutions, helps to keep you safe. And you are changing the way that your brain comes up with thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. And what do we know about thoughts, ideas, and beliefs? They are responsible for our behaviors. So if we go way back and we remind our brains and bodies of our worthiness, sky's the limit, my loves. So when I tell you, I feel you on the struggling with worthiness. I feel you on every level. And you are worthy of healing. So if working with me one-to-one is too big of a stretch, or doing EMDR therapy is too big of a stretch, too big of a jump right now, that's okay. I get it. I've been there. Okay? So give this a shot, 10 minutes and under, and let me know how it worked for you. You'll be amazed. You'll really be amazed. All right. So we are going to do this because it helps us remove the blocks and the limiting beliefs that are keeping us stuck in a repetitive cycle of unworthiness. And what I know to be true about unworthiness is it affects everybody that I've ever worked with. Doesn't matter what they're addicted to. Doesn't matter what their trauma story is. Unworthiness is the root of almost everything that causes us pain. All right, next. If we tap on these different acupressure spots while we are changing the language that we speak to ourselves with, it will rewire in the new thoughts and beliefs. So what we're going to do is first, I want you to take a deep breath, because if you've been struggling with unworthiness, odds are good that your nervous system is feeling pretty wacky. So first, just sit with me. Let's take the deepest breath in that you've taken all day long. Let it fill you all the way up. And let it go. Now we're ready. So you're going to rate the intensity of your feelings of unworthiness on a scale from 0 to 10. 10, I feel completely unworthy. I feel worthless. I give up. 7, I feel unworthy a lot. It's really screwing with my life. And then 0, I never feel unworthy. I'm a total boss and I never feel unworthy. And if you are at a 0, you can be my coach, because I've never met a human that is at a 0. Okay, this is something we struggle with across the board, and we're going to tackle it right now. So once you've rated the intensity, we're going to start right here. Even though I have these feelings of unworthiness, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. 2 more times. Even though I struggle with feelings of unworthiness, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. 1 more. Even though I struggle with feelings of unworthiness, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right. Now, we're going to talk about out loud the feelings of unworthiness as we tap on our meridian points, starting at the top of the head. These feelings of unworthiness. Copy, say it out loud. These feelings of unworthiness. I don't feel worthy. Next. I am not good enough. Under the I am a burden to others. Under nose, I am incapable of success. On your collarbone, I feel unworthy of happiness. And under your arm, picture right about where your bra strap would go if you're a female, or about 5 inches underneath your armpit, no matter who you are. I am ready to release these limiting beliefs about my worthiness. All right, now rate again how you feel on a scale from 0 to 10. Again, 10, massive feelings of unworthiness. 0, I am worthy AF and life is good. Where do you land? All right, now is my favorite part, because this is where the magic happens. So pay attention. We're going to go right back to our karate chop 3 times. Even though I am releasing limiting beliefs around unworthiness, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. 2 more times, guys. Come on. Even though I am releasing negative beliefs around unworthiness, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am releasing my negative beliefs around being worthy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All right, and now, here's where we encode the good stuff. All right, top of our head. I am enough just as I am, worthy of love and respect. Eyebrow. I embrace my uniqueness and celebrate my strengths. Side of the eye. I deserve all the good life has to offer. Under eye. I release any beliefs that hold me back from being worthy. Under nose. I trust in my abilities and believe in my potential. Collarbone. I am worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Back under the arm. I honor myself and recognize my inherent value. All right, so now that we've encoded our new beliefs, how do you feel? Rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10. I don't know about you. I'm feeling super worthy. Now, the more we encode these messages, the more we practice this tapping, the more we say these words and our brain receives this information, it will start pointing us toward feelings, thoughts, and ideas of being worthy. And when you have feelings, thoughts, and ideas of being worthy, it elevates your confidence. It elevates your outlook on life. It elevates your mindset. And guess what? We didn't have to take a drug. We didn't have to spend thousands of dollars at a retreat. We didn't have to sign up for a huge self-improvement course, because guess what? You took a step that takes 10 minutes or less to encode new beliefs in your brain. And if you stay consistent with this, sky is the limit, because you are worthy. You were born worthy. And there is nothing that you can do or have done that changes that unless you let it. Because the worthiness that we experience in our lives starts with us. It's an inside job. So if you took 10 minutes to try this with me today, and you changed your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, high five! I'm hella proud of you, because it's scary to try new things. Shoot, it took me almost 10 years to try EFT. And now that I know it works, I do it every day. So Please comment below. Let me know how this worked for you. I cannot wait to hear your answers and see your responses down below. If you or someone that you love or someone that you know is struggling with unworthiness, please share this with them. Even if they haven't said it's actually unworthiness, if they're struggling with addiction, odds are good that unworthiness is at the root of that. And this simple 10-minute exercise can be maybe the little bridge that takes them to a feeling, a place, a thought, especially maybe a behavior that can change the scope of the rest of their life. That's how fast it happens. When you're consistent and when you believe what you are encoding in, that you are worthy. If you are interested in joining me on Tuesday nights, I have a free Smart Recovery that I do on Zoom every Tuesday at 5 Pacific. Please comment below. I would love to send you the link. If you are interested in working with me one-to-one, I am now accepting new clients for June. This is end of May as we speak, and I have all different ways that we can work together. And I look forward to helping you stake your claim on your worthiness. Bye for now.